Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter Critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the fourth most popular project in all the games, that is Terrorscape, the immersive horror board game for 2 to 4 players. I see it's 30 to 45 minutes, 2 to 4 players, ages 14 plus. I do like mentioning all those on the marquee. Even though it's a bit redundant since you mentioned here and there, but either way, 5 languages, that's nice. A one versus many hidden movement board game with classic horror movie vibes, escape for your life, or ... So immediately, I know the player count, I know the time length, I know the age, I know the mechanism, which is one versus all, which is a mechanism that I'm very fond of, so I'm immediately excited. And we see this. I'm looking at this because I know the big thing here is the fact that the centerpiece is like this 3D dice chucker or something like that. And yet, I feel like maybe we should zoom in on that just a smidge bit more, like rearrange some things here so that this could be a little bit bigger. I think that would be nice. Like, funded in 20 minutes, I don't need to see that. That's completely unnecessary. But this, showcasing to me, I think from the front, that this is a dice chucker. And obviously, the only reason I say that is because I know there's a dice tower in there, but I feel like that's something really cool to mention. That's your gimmick there, at least to me, and I would spotlight that a little bit more. But overall, I know the mechanisms, I know the player count, I can't complain too much. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go!
A roaring thunderstorm
like the subtitles.
called upon a group of innocent travelers to the doorsteps of an empty Victorian mansion. As they pushed open the heavy oak doors to seek refuge, little did they realize they had stepped into the demon's lair. From now on, your life or death decisions will determine their fates in this realm of Terrorscape.
Components!
Terrorscape
Yes!
is an asymmetric game for...
So immediately, I think we get rid of the 2 to 4 players mentioning that twice, because you did a great job mentioning on the marquee. I would put in the words asymmetric, because a one versus all asymmetric style game, that's exciting. I look at this main area, it looks functional, it looks good, I'm excited to play it, and this is all 3D rendered. This isn't like Tabletop Simulator or something, so they're doing a great job here, I think, so far.
2 to 4
Except for the theme.
players.
Like 30 seconds of theme, yeah, it's a bit much.
You can choose to control the survivors or play as the merciless killers.
That was awesome.
As a survivor, your goal is to stay alive and find a way out. There are 2 ways to escape. Gather 5 keys and leave at the main door, or repair the radio to call for rescue. In the survivor's turn, each survivor can perform an action such as move, search for items, and more. But think twice before you act, as your action may make a sound and expose your location to the killer.
Okay.
On the other side, if you play as a killer, your goal is to eliminate those hiding guests. You must search for them by the clue of sound, various abilities, and of course, your wise decisions.
I want to play this. This looks really fun.
Each killer has their own deck of cards, providing different styles of hunt.
Okay.
The Butcher can block doors to trap the survivors. The Spectre can induce great fear and do special damage. And the Murderer is able to hide his movement from the...
So the good guys are not asymmetrical, it doesn't sound like. But the bad guys are. That's still cool. That's very neat. I'm loving this video once we got into meat and potatoes. This is great.
The survivors to perform a deadly ambush. Time is running short as the killer grows its power gradually. You can hide. You can fight. But if your opponent knows what you're thinking, you're mostly dead. Survive or hunt in Terrorscape.
I want to play that. That looks really fun. Do I want it? Yes. Yes, I do. I was intrigued by the marquee. The video lured me in. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? How much is it? Hopefully we can figure that out now. So 7 created, 2 backed. We are a team of board game lovers who are passionate about creating fun and innovative games. ICE is an acronym that embodies what we want to achieve, blah, blah, blah. So we've made games. Good. That's what I want to check out. Morpho, Age of Galaxy. So they made it. Oh, Age of Civilizations. I haven't played that one. That's good. It's a good game. But let's make sure that people are getting their stuff. 132 comments. I'm assuming people got their stuff. Fulfillment begins. This was in January, so most likely people have gotten their stuff. I just checked to appear that my door was locked. My address was locked, but I never received an email asking me to confirm details, which is a problem because my address changed since I backed the project. Okay, so they might want to get in there and do some customer service. I mean, that's not even the comments section, because what I'll get a lot of the times from these companies will be like, well, we stopped checking the comments section because we got so many things. You can't pop in there once a month? Once a month at the bare minimum? Like, what does that take? Open up all the tabs, go to the comment, it's just, yeah. So yeah, but they're not responding to the updates. That's not great. It's not great on customer service front right there. Check out the comments. Can you advise about delivery date? We have checked that you have not filled in your so they are doing the customer service here, though. Oddly enough, in the comments, but not in the updates. Interesting. So yes, people got their stuff. Looks good. Let's make sure people got their stuff here. 1,200 comments. Many, many more comments. This campaign is finished, and we only have 4 comments. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing, because there'd be a lot higher if people were mad. Not a solo player, but thank you. Well done. Awesome job. Wow. Great. Great, great, great. So can you do it? Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Do I want it? Yes. So yeah, it looks like they're doing a good job here in the comments. It's just the updates. Interesting. It's normally always the other way. Australia fulfillment, U.S. fulfillment, that was last year. We're good. We are good. Awesome. Can you do it is a resounding yes. It's one of my favorites. You joking, right? No, truly, I've not played it yet. Will there be a sequel to this game? Okay. So, can you do it? Yes. Do I want it? Yes. How much is it? Hopefully, I don't beat around the bush. We get to the prize. 35 minutes, 2 to 4 players. Let's be the protagonist of your own world. 1 killer versus an asymmetric hide and seek. Here we go. Our family plays games. Terrorscape is a terrifyingly immersive cat and mouse game that will make a game night feel like a horror film. Meh. Like, literally, if you took away the fact that this was a quote from a reviewer, this would sound like this was just straight off the box. It's just talking about the gameplay and not their opinions on the game, which is always something that concerns me. But once again, I don't blame them. I blame the company for using that quote. Because that quote, yeah. So we're looking at components. Can we just get to the price? The characters have very cool figures and their abilities. I could feel the atmosphere of the horror films and really enjoyed playing cat and mouse with the killer. Very cool figures and their abilities. So they have cool abilities. That's what this essentially boils down to. Okay. Things, stuff. Oh, okay. So no, all the survivors are asymmetric as well. That gets me even more excited. Like, I was already excited for this game. Quotes be darned. But now I'm even more excited knowing that both sides are asymmetrics. Oh, I see. So this is the expansion. So you're starting to tell me about the expansion. You know, it'd be a great time to do that in the pledge area, which is not here yet. So let's keep looking, because this is all good. But I just want to see the prices. I want to see everything. Screen design and maps. Oh, maps. Cool. Different maps. The mansion. Feral Instincts brings in a cabin. Oh, wow. This is great. This is what I want. So I see what they're trying to do here. They're trying to sell me on the expansions before they even show me the prices. It's an interesting strategy. But here's the thing. I already wanted what you were going to give me, and now I want it more. So I guess it's working. Because I want these maps. I want to play in a castle. The mansion also has a place on its roof where you can stack the keys that you found, and it additionally doubles as a dice tower. Impressive. Okay. Base game things. So these are the people that are going to put out the games in other places. Awesome. We work together with E-Star Games to protect. So just hit me with the price. Why are we beating around the bush so hard on this price? So it's getting me wondering how high this is. Because I'm expecting a premium price. I'm expecting around 80-ish. No, there's minis. There's lots of minis. So 11 minis. No, there's only 11 minis, so I'd say around 100. I think we're around 80 to 100. That's what I'm guessing. Obviously, that's not the pledge I'm going to want, because I want all the expansions. Bunch of stuff here. Oh, come on, just hit me with the price already. I can take it. I swear I can take it. The expansion. No one's going to buy this. Everyone's going to buy the one that has all 3 of them, because that's just how Kickstarter works most of the time. So hopefully you have that pledge level, the all-in pledge level. Great. Good stuff. Collector's Big Box for all the deluxe contents. Wow. That is a really ugly, generic big box. So here's the thing. If this is a work in progress, tell me that's a work in progress, because that's not moving the needle for me there. So this is going to have everything. Wow, with play mats. Awesome. I'd love it if you told me the dimensions instead of making me go search for it, because the majority of people, once again, are probably going to be from the United States of America. So 27 inches. That's a big honking mat. Let's double check, though. Yeah, 590 to 128. So, yeah, convert it to inches. Please. Just makes sense. It's the majority of your customers. Deluxe token pack. Fancy tokens, deluxe art book. Oh, don't. You did the dirty thing where you lumped in a stinking art book with the stuff that I actually want. Ugh. Your name on the box, because this is the way. Everybody's doing this now. Makes sense. Wow. Now that. Okay, so that makes me feel different about the box. That's a great shot. That shot, I think, should be way higher. And it's crazy. That one shot right there completely changes my opinion about that box. I still think the box looks like garbage at the front, like it's just generic and blah. But wow, that's fantastic. It's a great shot. All looking gorgeous is a very high production value things. Is this worth the money that you have to spend to get your hands on it? Production-wise, yes, absolutely yes. So this quote literally says nothing about the gameplay. Just, yeah, it's nice production quality. Money-wise, you're going to get good production quality. That's how to play. That's great. Love leading with this. I think this is a fantastic video to lead with. You know what I'd like even better? The price. Very detailed tutorial with playthrough by John Gets Games. They paid a lot of money for these. They did. Good for them. They're spotlighting. Those are the first two videos I see. Hopefully that was a playthrough. So there's a how to play and a how playthrough. English rule booklet. Great. Tabletopia. Awesome. This game doesn't only look fun. It is fun. This is easy to learn, has multiple difficulties because of different skill sets. The game is pretty well balanced. I was killed just as many times as I survived. Okay? I like that quote better than a lot of the other ones. Stretch goals. I put this way higher. In particular, above your pledges. Do we not have pledges? You're going to make me go over here? Because once again, why is that a big deal? If you're on iOS or if you're on mobile, which is a huge chunk of the people who are going to be browsing your Kickstarter page, it's an extra click you're making them make. And that's just annoying. And it bucks the industry standard. When you do crap like this, you pull us all back. Trait variant with 20 new cards. Wow. This is unlocked, right? Yeah, we're way past $22,000. So I immediately don't feel. This makes me I dislike this main image even more. Because we've started at stretch goals, and these are fantastic stretch goals. 20 cards. That is a hell of a stretch goal. Token upgrades. Is this for everybody, or is this only for certain pledge levels? I don't know. Is there, because you haven't told me anything about pledge levels. Firearm specialist. Awesome. One card. Micro stretch goals. I'm fine with this. Token upgrades in the saddle. This is great. And I can kind of read those. Excellent. I've got a little description about what it is. What are we up to? 197. Yeah, this feels so malnourished. The stretch goal area, like it's great. I love everything on the right side. I just feel like there should be some more excitement here. I think this should be way higher. But then again, I also feel like the price should be way higher. First, fans and subscribers locked. Make this clickable. You want it to happen, make it clickable. It's a no-brainer. Wow, what a cool game this is. For everyone who likes asymmetrical games with great table presentation and well-thought-out gameplay. These quotes are just weird to me. This game is less straightforward than you think. Terrorscape requires a lot of cooperations, tactics, and silly fun. I do like the fact there's a lot of co-op. I don't want any more quotes. I want prices. I want the damn prices. Shipping, price, preview, no, video dump. Yeah, can we get past the video dump? Video, hey, all the way down here, and it's buried. Why is this so low? This isn't a bad price. I said 80 to 100. 75 is very reasonable. Not to mention, if you led with the fact that I've already unlocked like 40 cards, token upgrades, it already feels like it's a deluxe game. It already has a cool gimmick. It's a mechanism that's not as common as a lot of other mechanisms, the one versus all. There's a lot of one versus all game, but there's a lot more other style games. Deck building, action selection, those sort of things. So, and then the gameplay all in, wow. Yeah, I feel like this is way too low for this. Like, because this is fantastic. Like, this is a great price. Do I want it? Absolutely. Was intrigued by your description and your image, but after watching the video, yes. Can you do it? Yes. Checked out your track record. Looks great. You haven't really mentioned it at all, but I would mention that more. You have a very solid track record. How much is it? Very reasonable price. I'm feeling like I'm getting a deluxeified game at $75. Now, granted, I haven't got to the shipping yet, but that $75, I say that's very reasonable. And then I look at this $139 and I say, yeah, I want that. I definitely want that because it has all those extra maps and all the different asymmetrical characters and yada, yada, yada. And then the deluxeified. I love how they did this. I absolutely adore how they did this. I feel like they have the 3 pledge levels that they absolutely need to have. The gameplay all in, and then the deluxe fancy stipped with all the bells and the whistles. So now I can forgive the art book. I thought the art book, I thought I had to buy it, but no, I could just get this one. So cool. And I will say, I think this is going to be the most popular pledge level. But time and time again, this pledge level consistently is the most popular. So let's see if they hit it. Let's see if they did it. Did they break Bauer's Law? So, base game, 100 backers. That's what they want. Nobody wants that. Nobody's buying that. We don't want you to buy that. Period. Ooh. You'll be able to choose your preferred language in the pledge. We were launching on Spiel Offensive. Oh, I thought it was talking about an Essen Spiel. Okay. Early bird for just the game. Wow. $749. That looks interesting. Oh, this is the early bird gameplay all in. Fantastic. So that's $129. Wow. Okay. That makes sense. So that's $749. The gameplay all in. So this is the regular one. And so this is weird to me. So 168. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Either way, they have roughly, what is that, 920 getting all the games. Good for them. 1,000 print run of every game and all 3 expansions. And that, right there, what I just said to you is exactly why this is the most consistently seen format on Kickstarter. We're not just putting out a game, we're starting a whole thing. The game, the 3 expansions. Now, when they go to a convention, it's not just the game. They can sell the game, but the 3 expansions as well. And it's just good for them. So what do we got? This is the big deluxe all-in. Let's see where we're sitting at that. 281. So yeah, once again, I didn't feel like that was going to be the most popular, and this is the most popular. So cool. Cool. Because, yeah, what's the price jump there? Let's really look at the price jump there. I'm paying an extra $109 for a fancy box, which I don't think looks very good, except when you're taking it out and putting it in. The ability to store everything in one box, which is nice. And then a bunch of, like, some other stuff. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a great value that you need to have. The art book, too. I mean, the art book, like, because now I'm saying to myself, well, could it have been like 100? Could it just been 100? Could it have been 95 without the art book? How's that work? Deluxe playmat set, cool. And I could just get these as add-ons because this is what I want. Deluxe token pack, deluxe art book. Quotes, Terrorscape is a very thematic and fun implementation of a horror movie. I will very likely back it when this Kickstarter launches. Well-produced mentions this game looks like a final product. Is it really just a prototype? So they played it at Spiel. People tried it. Cool. Cool, cool. They played it at a whole bunch of cons. This makes me feel good. And it's coming out, Essen this year. So this could be a big Essen drop. Good for them. They can get that timing to line up. And then we have the shipping. 3 pledge levels. 3 shipping. This is great. 24. And I really appreciate this. So what am I in and out the door at for the pledge level I want? Early bird. There's only 1 left. It always looks suspicious to me. And maybe it's just because I've seen too many companies, like, fake that. Like, literally just fake the early bird, where they just keep adding more and more slots to it. And they have a whole bunch, and then they take them away, or just... Either way, in and out the door, I'm looking at $153 for the base game, for a deluxe base game with 3 expansions, lots of stretch goals. That feels very Kickstarter reasonable. I'm in. I feel like how long it took for us to get there was appallingly long, though. Like, just so far. Ooh, what was this? With the fast... So I would mention this in the shipping. Like, this is all about shipping. I don't know why it's been down here. Yeah, slap that into shipping. Just makes sense. FAQ. What is the size of the boxes? Great. Love this. Once again, convert it to inches. Convert it to inches. Unleashing the Horror, 100% funded. This was yesterday. So 2 comments. Just people excited, I would imagine. I have been waiting for this. Congratulations on continuing funding goal. I was so thoroughly pleased with Elon and I, something shiny, and I'm excited to be backing a new game with a completely different vibe. Okay. So not a very engaging update. I think the obvious question is, what sort of stretch goals would you like to see? Obviously, you're probably not going to use any of them because, looking at this logistically, you are on a razor's edge. And it really feels to me like you're backing a finest, because they're saying we're going to have this game out in 6 months. That is an incredibly quick turnaround time, combined with the fact that they have like a super impressive prototype, which makes me wonder if, I don't know, it's very interesting. What's the surprise for the collector's pledge will be revealed before the Kickstarter is over? Will the surprise for getting the collector's pledge be revealed? I bet it's going to be that a whole bunch of stuff gets unlocked magically. Or something. Just calling it. But here's the thing. Really good customer service here. Popping in. Looks great. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. I don't feel like you spotlighted your pedigree that much, that does make me a little bit concerned. Especially when it looks like you have a really solid track record. You didn't mention the game designer at all, so let's check that out. Whoa, okay, so they've done other stuff. Cool. Let's check it out. 1655, 3249, 3485. Those are reasonable. That's like in the pretty dang good to great territory for most people around that range. That's like great as well. So they have the pedigree on the designer there. That's a little odd they didn't spotlight that a little bit more. And then I'm curious about the other games that they released, because I've not heard too much about this publisher. Okay. Hit or miss, but it looks like more hits than misses. Oh, it looks like it's about 50-50 split almost. Check that out. Oh, these ones aren't. Either way. Still looks very reasonable to me. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Took forever to get there. I hated how that was formatted, and I feel like it would have just been way better to just stretch goal me than have me rip off the Band-Aid, because once again, this feels like a premium game. You're not up against that. I'm not necessarily the most worried that this is going to come to a retailer, because I have a feeling most Kickstarter backers in the United States of America, which is the majority of people, might not know who you are as a company. So you're not like worried about it like, oh, this is going to end up at Target or something like that, which is good. So yeah, I just don't like the organization necessarily, but overall I feel like this is a really rock solid Kickstarter. I felt like the video gripped me. It was good, asymmetric, cool stuff. I'm going to go with a B. Yeah, B. No, it had a how to play too. It had a how to play. I'm going to go with the B+. How to play, rule booklet, gameplay. Yeah, overall, I feel like organization, this just aside from that, I'd give it an A, but other than that, really rock solid. Terrorscape, the immersive horror board game for 2 to 4 players. I'm going to slap a B+ on this one. Let me know in the comments below what is your final grade for Terrorscape, the immersive horror board game. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers in 2023 to make it my biggest year ever. Bye-bye. Have a great day.